Hello, Team Corgi.
Hello,
Welcome
everyone.
to our channel.
So I have a feeling some people are gonna wonder what happened to me when I was on my way to the Philippines.
Yes.
To go see my baby for our second visit. So this will just be a short video of me explaining why I texted her and said I think I've been kidnapped.
Yeah.
So what happened was, after my plane landed in Manila, I arrived around midnight, and my flight wasn't until 3:30 p.m. or a.m. So I had nothing to do. I was sitting around. The airport wasn't even open yet, so everybody was sitting outside, and I got kind of bored. So what happened was, someone approached me, didn't talk to anybody else, just came straight to me because he saw that I was alone and a foreigner, and they asked if I wanted to go get some food or some drinks real quick while I was waiting. So at first I was like, no, I'm just gonna hang out here. I don't want to leave my bags. I don't want to, miss my flight. I was giving them all the kinds of excuses, and this person assured me that they would make sure I didn't miss my flight, my bags will be safe, and that they will. They just wanted to, take me out and show me, this place that is. There would be a lot of other people that look similar to me. So eventually they convinced me. I was like, okay. What happened was, they told me that this place was just right around the block, right? Just a few minutes away. So I loaded up the van and I drove with them. And after about 15 minutes of driving, I started thinking, like, this isn't right around the block. So that's when I got my phone out and I texted her, sort of as a joke, like, I think I've been kidnapped. And we drove for another probably 10 minutes. It took about 25 minutes to get to this place. They took me to this club, which is a real shady spot. I felt uncomfortable the whole time, and I kept saying, like, hey, I'm not really feeling this, I want to go home. They're like, oh no, we got plenty of time, blah blah blah. I bought them some drinks. I ended up buying about 6 drinks for myself and them. 3 for me, 2 for one guy, and 1 for another person. And to me, it only should have been about $30-$40 total. Later on, they brought me the bill. It ended up being $150 because they charged me to get into the club. They charged me extra for the drinks I paid for the other people, and some other fees that I'm not even sure about because I didn't even understand the language. So I complained, and they said they were going to call the cops if I didn't pay my bill. So I told them, no, I'm not paying. This is ridiculous. They called the cops, or acted like they called the cops, and anyways, after about 30 minutes of negotiating and talking to these people, they shaved the total down, and then we ended up going to I had to get money from the bank, from the ATM, just to pay for this. So it took a long time to get that, and by the time we left that club, it was already like 2:30. So I'm like, hey guys, we gotta go now. I don't want to miss my flight. They drove me, and then while we're on our way back, they go, hey, we have to go pick up somebody else. I'm like, no, we can't do that. He's like, oh, it's just right over there. They drive me to go pick someone else up and pick him up, and we're driving back. And I'm like, guys, it's getting way too late. And they're like, no, we'll be there real quick. By the time I get there, it's about 2:45 or like 3 o'clock. I forget exactly what time, but I only had about 20 minutes to get my bags checked, and get on the plane. And by the time I got to the airport, they told me it's too late, and I ended up missing my flight. So that's when you heard me talking to Healy on the phone and saying, like, I don't know what's going on, I'm missing my flight, they tell me all these problems. So that's what ended up happening. We had to book a flight for 2 hours later, so I ended up having to sit even longer. We spent an extra $100 because of this, and it's all on those people. It's partially my fault for going along with it, but I definitely got scammed and took advantage of, and it kind of ruined the start of the trip. So even when you see me meeting her, I'm still in a kind of a bad mood because I can't forget what happened. So if you're out there and you see this, Mr. Richard, I'm looking for you next time I come to Manila. You son of a... You know what.
Yes.
So that's what happened.
To all foreigners, beware of these people if you're having a late flight, and some taxi drivers or even some individuals would approach you. Don't ever say yes. Don't ever, especially if they're going to take you to a certain lounge.
Yeah. In hindsight, I'm relieved because it could have been so much worse. I could have actually been kidnapped. They could have actually taken me to a bad spot. As many people know, Manila is kind of a dangerous part of the Philippines. Probably the most dangerous.
No.
So yeah, if you're a foreigner and you're coming to visit, just sit and be patient. Don't go out, especially if you're by yourself.
Even if you're not foreigner, if you're a Filipino, and you're alone, like you're from the province like me, please beware, because they don't only scam foreigners, they also scam their fellow Filipinos, which sucks because, you know, we're Filipinos as well, and they know that we're also struggling with money. They're gonna do that to you, so beware.
Beware. And yeah, hope that fills you in on what was going on. And yeah, always be vigilant. But I'm glad that it all worked out in the end, and I got to be with my baby, and I'm safe, and we're happy.
Yes, and he's wearing a Filipino shirt right now. Yes.
All right. So, yep. If you guys have any more questions or wondering what else is going on with this, please feel free to comment, like everything, subscribe if you haven't, and keep showing us support, because we're going to keep the videos coming.
Yes. Oh, I hit my I hit my hand.
You're trying to be so cool. All right, we got to go. I got to take care of her hand. All right, bye.
Bye.